Marcus had worked construction for 11 years. He knew the site. He knew his team. He knew the routine. That Tuesday felt like every other Tuesday, coffee in hand, hard hat on, another long shift ahead. But something was different that morning, and those few seconds before the shift began would define everything that came after. Construction sites are living, breathing environments. Before the first tool is lifted, dozens of moving parts are already in motion. Machinery is warming up. Materials are being unloaded. Workers from different crews are crossing paths without always knowing each other's plans. On large job sites, this early window, those minutes right before official work begins, is statistically one of the most critical periods of the entire workday. Why? Because communication gaps are widest. Fatigue from overnight shifts overlaps with new arrivers. Safety briefings may not have happened yet, and assumptions replace confirmed information. Marcus knew this. He had been a site foreman long enough to understand it. But that morning, a new subcontractor team had arrived early, ahead of schedule, and began setting up in an area that hadn't been formally cleared for the day. Here's what safety experts call a coordination failure. It's not dramatic. It doesn't look dangerous from the outside. It simply looks like people doing their jobs. But when two crews operate in overlapping zones without a shared briefing, the risk of an unexpected incident rises significantly. It could be a piece of equipment moving where a worker isn't expected. It could be a load being lifted in a zone someone is walking through. It could be communication happening in different languages with no shared protocol. On this site, the new subcontractor team assumed the area was cleared. The original crew assumed no one else would be there. Both assumptions were reasonable. Neither was verified. Those are the seconds that change everything. Not the moment of an incident, but the moments before it, when prevention is still fully possible. Marcus stopped. He walked over to the subcontractor supervisor and introduced himself. He asked a simple question. Have you been through today's site briefing? The answer was no. The briefing was scheduled for 7 a.m. It was 6:52. 8 minutes. Marcus paused the setup, walked both teams through the morning coordination plan, confirmed the zone assignments, and made sure everyone knew the day's communication signals. By 7:05, work had started safely, clearly, and with everyone on the same page. What Marcus demonstrated is what safety professionals call proactive hazard communication. It doesn't require special equipment. It doesn't take long. It simply requires one person to pause, ask a question, and verify shared understanding before work begins. Studies consistently show that the majority of preventable workplace incidents in construction environments involve communication failures, not equipment failures. The tools work, the protocols exist. The gap is human, and it's closable. 3 habits that make a difference every single shift. Always confirm who else is working in your zone before starting. Never assume a briefing has happened. Verify it. Speak up early. It is always easier to prevent than to respond. Marcus didn't save the day with a dramatic act. He saved it with 8 minutes of attention. The shift changed, but not the way it could have. Every site, every crew, every morning. Those seconds before the shift starts matter more than most people realize. Be the person who pauses. Be the person who asks. Be Marcus.